don't go to another country to bring democracy. We go there for their resources, oil, metals, cheap labor. We don't go to bring democracy. We took this land from the Indians. We stole it. After we stole all the land we need, we put up the sign, "Thou shalt not steal." Democracy is a con game. It's a word invented to placate people, to make them accept a given institution. All institutions sing, "We are free." The minute you hear freedom and democracy, watch out. Because in a
It was in 1884, from November to 1885 in February, they met in Berlin, the colonizers, not to see to it that Africa prospered. They met in Berlin to organize themselves so they could effectively loot from the Africans. They also met for another reason. They also met to organize themselves so they can make sure that Africa and her children are forever defeated and dominated.
All right. I greet you, genuine Biafrans. If today is the first time of watching our video or coming across to our channel, and you like the way we are propagating the gospel of Biafra, please subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share, and in the comment section, you will see our backup channel. Please, I will implore you to equally subscribe to that channel because I'm posting 2 different videos. The video you watch here is different from the one that I'm posting on the other channel. So I urge you to still follow that backup channel to be getting more information on the things I'm posting there or the videos I'm uploading there. All right, I believe you all heard what the people that claim they brought democracy to us. I believe you listened to what he said. He's part of the pioneers that brought democracy to Africa. You have seen the reason why they brought their democracy to Africa. You've seen the reason why. Also, you heard what this formidable convener of Pan-Africanism, this woman, very formidable woman, tigress of our generation. You heard what she said about how these guys partitioned Africa, they shared Africa. And when they were doing all those things, no African nation, no African leader, no African person was there when the Europeans were doing the partitioning of Africa, because then they were dragging African territories. Can you imagine? They are dragging our territories. So at a point, they discovered that most of them are trespassing. They decided to assemble in Berlin to now partition Africa. This is where it belongs to you. This place belongs to you. Here belongs to you. You get a point? So you've seen the reason why they are ringing this bell, democracy, democracy, democracy. Then you'll be asking yourself, they will see people who are in the corridors of power in this African country abusing human rights with impunity. You can never see them, call them to order. You can never. Now you'll be asking yourself, what kind of democracy are they promoting? If by peradventure military now take over the government, they see the kind of recklessness and nonsensical attitude of all these politicians, they decided to strike via military coup to take over power. You will see these people now that claims that they are democracy. Now, what is fashionable, what is obtainable, what is admirable is democracy. You will see them start ranting. Then you will be asking yourself, when these politicians are maltreating the citizens, buying them extrajudiciously, if they come out to protest, they buy them, you will not hear them talk. You can never hear them talk. Nigeria, for example, they are master in abusing human rights in extrajudicial buying of their own citizens. You can never hear these guys talk. Now you see the reason why they don't talk. You see the reason why they introduced democracy to Africans. Before these guys came, we have a way of ruling ourselves. There is a video that surfaced where what's it called? Rochas Okorocha said that we should stop deceiving ourselves. If we want to fight corruption and if we want corruptions to end, any person that wants political position or political post, why swearing that person into an office? Just bring out a deity with Arosi. Bring out a deity and tell him to come and swear, or tell her to come and swear that if he or she ever embezzles or loot funds, public funds, that he will buy. He say he bets no politician will near. That this Bible we are using to is just now this white guys that gave us Bible. Now still them that gave us this Bible. They know there are ways we are governing ourselves. And if any community calls you out to head any particular position or to do one or two things for them, you got to go to the deity and swear that that assignment the community gave you, that you will carry it out in all truth and honesty. You will swear before the deity. You know? And they don't born you well to mess up. But they came, they condemned that our deity. They said it's evil. They said it's this. They said it's that. At the end of the day, they still took some of them to the museum. They made away with some and gave us Bible. Now that Bible now is what politicians are using to swear before they enter office. Now you see the level of looting that is going on. That imagine Africa that has resources, natural resources that is sustaining the world, that each citizen barely eat a meal. Not talking about 2 or 3 square meal, a meal. How can you reconcile this? How? So you've seen the reason why these guys brought democracy to us. Simply because it's an avenue for them to install their puppets into office, for them to be looting Africa. Because they know that Africans are selfish and self-centered in nature. So long as everything is coming to him or her, and once in a while, you know, he or she drops penny to the people, and each time he or she passes, the masses or the people will start hailing him or her. Is enough for an African man thinking of how to develop his society. Is none of an African man's business. So long as if he enters his house, he have many mansions there. There is standby generator there. Whatever hungries him or her family, he can provide it. Is enough to an average African person. These guys that brought democracy to us, they discovered that this is how Africans are wired. So they now introduce this democracy for them because of their white skin that made them look superior. And each time we see white skin as blacks, we started feeling inferior. So they now introduce this democracy to Africans so that they will use that avenue to pick puppets who will serve their interest. That's all. That's all. No amount of, like, you know what is going on, my friend, what is going on in Philippines. That's one of their ex-leader they took to ISIS. The whole Filipino stormed the street. It seems they are in support of that man they took to ISIS. I said for these guys to drag this man to ISIS, that means the man is serving the interest of Filipinos. I called my guy, they asked him, how far, where did they play? Gist me, let me know what is happening about this man they took to ISIS that every day people fool the streets of Philippines. He said, don't mind this West. That the man don't agree. He opposes everything about West. I say, no wonder. No wonder. You know the funniest thing? My guy said the judges in ICC that is supervising the case or that is handling this man's case, he said the main judge is from Cotonou, Benin Republic. He said most of the judges handling the man's case, they are from Africa. When I mean Africa, Black Africa. The one heading the judicial panel is from Benin Republic. Look at the Benin. Look at Nigeria. This man have seen the kind of extrajudicial killing going on in Nigeria, his neighboring state, neighboring country. He clearly see how Nigerian politicians are buying people. He has never called or push or move emotion to summon all these African politicians or leaders who are buying their cities. He has never. Or look at the West have now used him to see if they can jail that Filipino man, their former president, because he opposes the West. Do you see how they normally use these blacks? Before Obama came to power, this LGBTQ, it has been on the template of this globalist. When Bush was in power, Bush never worked on that template. Bill Clinton never worked on that template. This has been the template of the men that controls the world, which you know that the center is that America, Rockefeller family. But you know what they did? They make sure Obama come to power, black man. The rest is history. If they want to do this dirty shit, they will always use black to run the shit. We blacks, we always make ourselves available to do the work of Satan. Are we talking about what happened this slave, whatever? If you accuse the white, you can equally accuse the blacks. Even the accusation goes more to the black, because what will even make you think of selling your flesh and blood in the history of mankind is only Africa that sold their flesh and blood into slavery. To tell you that somehow that evil tendency is in us. All we need is, just little activation. That evil tendency will manifest in fullest. So let me not digress much. With this, you have seen why the West brought democracy to us. You've seen it. If Biafra comes, democracy, we will sit back. Though democracy started from us. You see, democracy started from us because even Lugard said it, that these people have a laid down structure on how they are, governing or ruling themselves. And it's very, very strict and tough. No interference. Utuobo cannot interfere in Umuada. Umuada cannot interfere in the activities of Ninze and also. Totally division of labor. Separation of power. The only thing we are doing is to reach a compromise. Undozo will bring their own matter on the table. Age grade will bring their own on the table. Umuada will bring their own on the table. Ndieze and its cabinet will bring their matter on the table. Now discuss. No one lords this over anybody. No single of these groups I mentioned lords is over on any group. After a series of deliberation in the market square, because when the matter tough, na market square would they go? No big palace is a palace again, na market square. Right there we will decide. That is how that market square is like a Supreme Court today in democratic setting. It's like a Supreme Court. Igwe Cabinet Council, it's like a parliament. So that market square, everybody will gather there. And they'll first of all, use gong to give notification. That's also issue that has been going on. We are gathering at the market square to decide, to finalize. That is where the whole decision will be concluded. This is how we are structured before the white men came to adulterate our mindset. So when it comes to democracy, it started from us. Even they themselves testified to that democracy started from Igbo. So if we get this Biafra fully, we will know how we can go back on how we used to be before the white men came and know how we will modernize it to meet the present day life. I greet you all, genuine Biafrans. If you like the way we are propagating this gospel, please like, subscribe, and share. Peace and love.